What's up, guys? So we got all the fab work done on the transmission crossmember and the relocation bracket, and we're getting ready to pull it out, sandblast it, paint it, and get it reinstalled. Back with the Mazda B2200. The transmission mount's finally done. We got the transmission mount relocation bracket done as well. We got all the fab work completed, cleaned it up a little bit, got some paint on it, and here's what we're working with. We're going to get it installed, get it in the truck so you guys can check out what the final fitment looks like. installed in the truck. We're going to show you guys what it looks like in its final form. So this is our actual transmission cross member. It ties in the torsion bar cross member to the factory transmission cross member mounts. This is our transmission mount relocation bracket. It moves the mount forward from its original position. Otherwise, it would be the torsion bar cross member would be in the way. It wouldn't fit. It bolts in right where the factory transmission mount would bolt. It also bolts in on the back side of the tail shaft. It's actually really strong, surprisingly strong. The mount bolts to that, capture nuts on the back side. The cross member, like I say, sits here, ties this in for a little extra structural rigidity. The nut, don't worry about that nut. That nut's up in the top of the truck. We sent it up the lift. Forgot to grab the nut out of the truck before we sent the truck up, so I felt like grabbing it, so ignore that. But this is how you put a 4L80 with an LS1 into a B2200. Notice we didn't cut anything. Factory frame is fully intact. The holes were even there and threaded originally, so we didn't even have to mess with that. We got the transmission set at 3 degrees to match the rear end pinion angle, so the driveline angle should be good. So yeah, there it is. Alright, so the transmission mount's installed. You guys have seen what we got going on there. We're going to show you now something we've had a lot of requests about. I've been asked a few times about how the engine is set in the truck, what the motor mounts actually look like, what headers were used on the truck, and things of that nature. So we're going to go ahead and show you what's going on in a little bit of detail here. Now, the mounts I did not build, and these were done previously. We're going to rebuild these. Actually, we're going to build a set of custom poly mounts for it. But to show you guys what's currently in the truck, they are solid mounts. Now, the engine side brackets or the engine side mounts are from an S10. The bottom side is just some C-channel cut off spacer plates. It is what it is. This side is what we're going to be replacing. We're going to build a poly mount setup to go down here to adapt to the S10 brackets. And that's what we're going to do to replace this. That's on the list of stuff to do. As I mentioned before, a lot of the stuff from this truck is from an S10. The owner of this truck purchased an S10 that had an LS swap that was wrecked. Everything from that truck was used on this truck. So this isn't necessarily the way you should do it, and this is also done quite a few years ago. They didn't make B2200 mounts or headers or anything for these swaps. They might now, I'm not really sure. So the other thing is, I've been asked about the headers. What headers were used on the truck? These are S10 swap headers. These are shorties. I'm not sure what brand they are. All the S10 shorty headers are basically clones of one another. I'm not sure if they're Sandersons. I'm not sure if they're the Chinese knockoffs. They're obviously mild steel or something. They're really rusty. They're not ceramic. They're not stainless. But they are S10 swap headers. They fit pretty good. They fit really well with the 60 in here. With the 80, we're going to run into a few difficulties. This side is basically unchanged. This side we have a problem. The ear on the 80 comes out too far. It protrudes out into the flange area for this passenger side header. So we're looking at possibly lopping the ear off of the 80. Since there's no bolt in there, there's nothing to worry about. Cut it off real clean, make sure we don't have any stress points, and work with it from there. We may end up putting V-band flanges on here because I hate 3-bolt flanges. They're annoying. Gaskets are annoying. They're difficult to deal with. They're hard to bolt in tight spaces. We might end up doing a V-band setup just to simplify things. But like I said, the engine side mounts are S10. The headers are for an S10. A lot of that stuff just dropped in here. If you want a few more topics covered on what was used to do the swap, like I said, this is a muscle car pan, also known as an H3 pan, also known as a LH8 pan. It's all the same thing. That's what the pan is. The Holley 302 1 pan is a better option if you're working with a low ground clearance, as it fits the exact same. It has the same distance to the sump area, but it's just a little bit higher. But they are vastly more expensive than the muscle car fans. The Holley 3021 didn't even exist when this swap was done. Same with my truck. That's why I don't have one on there currently. So there you have it, guys. That's where we're at on the Mazda B2200 with the LS1 swap. We're going to go over a few more things before we're out for the night, because it's like 2:30 in the morning. We're tired. We have day jobs. We've got things to do. But
I don't want to go to work already.
Yeah, I don't either. So we have the lines and fittings for the transmission cooler have been ordered. They are on their way. We've got to put a cooler in here, put the lines on it, put the adapter fittings in the transmission, get that plumbed in. Then all of the transmission fluid system will be completed. On the other side of things, we've got to get the drive shaft done. We have to get the 4L80E slip yoke adapted to the drive shaft. We've got to take it to the driveline shop, have them put this piece on the drive shaft. We've got to shorten the drive shaft because it's quite a bit shorter with the 4L80 in here. We've got to get that done. Once that's completed, we've got to do the wiring and the segment swap on the tune. We'll put a 4L80E segment into the PCM using HP tuners. We'll get the wiring swapped around. We'll show you guys how that works, how to do that. Once that's done, we can fire the truck back up. We have no cooling system yet, but we can at least fire it up, cycle the gears, make sure it attempts to move, and then we'll start on the cooling system. But that's where we're at. It's been a long night. It's been a long week. It's been a long past few days. Really tired. But yeah, so we'll keep you guys updated. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe button, and if there's anything you need to know, any questions, any concerns, comment below. Let us know what you want to know about the truck. We don't have all the answers because we didn't build this thing initially. We'll try to answer every question that we can. We'll try to show you what we got going on currently and where we're going to go with it. So hit us up with all your questions, comment below. We'll see you guys later.